Hello and welcome to this funding opportunity for Beamans building, Eccleston Street in St Helens, WA10 2PG. Now, CrowdProperty is a peer-to-peer lending platform designed to facilitate loans between private individuals and professional property businesses. CrowdProperty is authorised and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority under permission number 723959. CrowdProperty is not covered by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. There are risks with any loans you make, and just like all peer-to-peer lending, your capital is at risk. CrowdProperty endeavours to protect all lenders. This is done by registering the legal first charge against the property project. This means that in the very unlikely event a borrower defaults on the loan, CrowdProperty will be able to take ownership of the project and manage it for the lenders. So this project is Beamans building. It's in Eccleston Street, St Helens, Merseyside, the postcode WA10 2PG, and it's located approximately 15 miles to the east of Liverpool. The property is located in a mixed residential and commercial area, approximately half a mile southwest of St Helens town centre. St Helens is situated between Liverpool, 30 miles away to the west, and Manchester, 25 miles or so to the east. The property comprises a two-storey, rectangular-shaped building comprising of retail and workshop space on the ground floor, and then open-plan office space on the first floor. The property has detailed planning consent. The reference number is P/2017/0855/FUL for conversion from plumbing supply store into 9 dwellings. The RICS valuation of the existing property is £360,000, and the RICS estimate of the gross development value is £1.22 million, and there's a first charge security being offered against this project. So planning permission has then been granted for the conversion of this existing plumbing supply store to become 9 dwellings or 9 flats. Now, St Helens is a large town in Merseyside situated in the southwest of Lancashire, population of around about 103,000 people. The town is located 13 miles from Liverpool and 25 miles from Manchester, and the town benefits from St Helens Central Railway Station, which is on the main Liverpool to Wigan line, less than 30 minutes commuting time into Liverpool. The property is situated about half a mile southwest of St Helens town centre, and that includes retailers such as Marks & Spencer, Asda and Tesco. Planning permission has been granted by St Helens Council. Their planning reference number is P/2017/0855/FUL, with permission being granted for conversion of the plumbing supply store to become those 9 flats. And once the conversion is completed, the property then will comprise of 4 bedroom houses, so 9 4-bedroom houses, which will be called HMOs. The rental potential for those 36 rooms, when you take £100 per room per week over 52 weeks, is £187,200 per annum gross income. The maximum loan to value, the maximum loan term is 15 months, with the first charge security being offered on the project, and the exit strategy is that the borrower intends to let and then refinance and hold onto the project. So here's the location plan. On the left hand side you see where Liverpool is, you can see where Warrington is over to the right hand side there, and in the middle is St Helens with the CrowdProperty flag. On the right hand side you see a little bit more detailed look at St Helens and where it is in relation to the town centre there. And that location is on the south of Eccleston Street in a mixed residential and commercial area. The property is a 15-minute walk from St Helens town centre and a number of large supermarkets. That includes Asda, which is open 24 hours a day, also Morrison's and Sainsbury's. St Helens College, which is a 16+ further education college, that's 7 minutes walk from the property. St Helens Central Railway Station is about 15 minutes walk from the property, and situated in St Helens town centre is the World of Glass. It's a museum that gives an insight into the history of glass, because the glass producer Pilkington is the town's largest industrial employer. Now, since the year 2000, St Helens has become a focus for a whole borough scheme of urban regeneration initiatives in coordination with local housing authorities, business and art projects, in addition to European regional and central government funding. and St Helens is home to St Helens Rugby Football Club. That's a professional rugby league club who competes in the Super League. On the right hand side you see the location there with the sort of hatching area there marked on Eccleston Street. Here's the proposed development then. So it's going to become 9 different flats, and then when the planning's been granted, which it has been granted on this, the developers are going to be using permitted development rights to convert it then from being a C3 into C4. So each of the rooms will have an ensuite each in each of the 4 bedrooms. Looking at the size of those projects, actually quite sizable rooms. So flat number 1 is 2,400 square feet, flat 5 is 1,300 square feet, and then the rest of the flats are 1,250 square feet each. The values of the properties, well, flat 1 is £215,000, flat 5 is £130,000, and the remainder is £125,000 each. So that means the total gross development value is £1.22 million. That's been verified, of course, by RICS, the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, and the rental potential once fully occupied is £187,200 per annum on each of those properties. So here's the current design plan, the front and rear elevations. You see the Beamans sign there and lots of windows downstairs. A lot of those are going to be bricked up. I'll show you a bit more about that in a few moments. And here's the existing ground floor and first floor. Basically a blank canvas. Downstairs a retail space, upstairs offices. So nice and easy for the development team to be able to transform this into becoming those 9 different flats. And then this is the proposed design plan for the front and rear elevations. So some of those downstairs windows are going to be bricked up. You see there's 3 entrance doors there on the front elevation and 4 doors on the rear elevation. And when we then look as to how that works with regards to the proposed design plan, this is the plan at the moment for the 9 flats. This has been granted, that's C3 permission. And then remember, what the developer is going to do then is use permitted development rights to then be able to change the lounge into a further bedroom. Each of those bedrooms then will have an ensuite space. So downstairs here you've got a single story. There's nothing upstairs on this one, but then you've got access in here to that flat downstairs and also this other flat here downstairs, and then you've also got access through here to this side and access through the back, if you look through the back door here, and then access through this stairway to access these flats. When you then come upstairs, this access 2 different flats, and of course these will access ones on each side as well with those particular staircases. So remember, this is the first phase of a 3-phase raise totaling £775,000. The first phase raise will be £400,000 based on the current market value of £360,000 verified by RICS. The estimated conversion cost is £675,000 and the total gross development value verified by RICS is £1.22 million. The initial loan to value 69.4%, with the loan including the interest to the gross development value at exit being 69.6%. The exit strategy is to refinance the building and hold. The loan amount is being raised in phases. £400,000 is the first phase raise. That's what we're talking about on this particular webinar. £250,000 of that first phase raise will be drawn down on day 1. That's based on the RICS valuation, and then the remaining loan drawn in stages upon the independent monitoring surveyor's verification. The loan to value initially is 69.4%, that is then 69.6% loan to value at the exit when you include the rolled up interest if it goes the full 15-month term, secured with a first charge against the property, paying 8% per annum interest, with that interest paid at the end of the project. The maximum loan period is 15 months, the minimum loan is 6 months, and the estimated second phase raise is for Q1 of 2019. The estimated third phase raise is Q3 of 2019, and the loan is targeted to commence on the 28th of November 2018. So here's more then about the borrowers. Hiran Sony and Piotr Sidik. The subject property is owned by Len Beaman, St Helens. Holdings, St Helens Holdings Limited. The company number is 111444105, and the directors of this company are Hieron and Piotr. Hieron has almost 20 years of property investment experience. He currently owns 4 properties in London, Colchester and Leicester, which is a mix of HMOs and 1,750 square foot commercial property in Harrow, northwest London. Hieron has extensive experience of extending and converting properties to be used as HMOs, and Piotr has run a building company in the UK since 2007 that specialised in extensions, extensive refurbishments and commercial to residential conversions. Piotr has recently completed the conversions of 2 former NHS buildings, that's into 26 ensuite bedrooms, and an HMO in St Helens. Piotr has also recently converted a pub into a 20 ensuite bedroom property, that's in Liverpool, and he owns 11 other properties in London and Manchester, including a mix of HMOs and single lets. Piotr will be the main project manager and also the main contractor for this project. Now, Piotr is currently working on 2 other projects that have also been funded by CrowdProperty. Project update on that Burton Enterprise Centre, that's Waterloo Street in Burton-upon-Trent. Demolition works have been completed, including 45 skips. The general strip out is completed and the mechanical and engineering installation removed. The works currently in progress are installation of steel beams and steel columns, new floors, joists and plywood, new door openings and lintel installations, bricking up existing openings. Anticipated first drawdown is the end of November on that project. And then the project update for Bury, that's the Barnbrook building, Barnbrook Street in Bury. 2 drawdowns of £40,994,000 and £55,872,000, which totals £96,866,000. They've been verified and released by the Independent Monitoring Surveyor's inspection. The works completed so far include internal demolitions and alteration works that commenced throughout the building, new windows installed, external block paving complete, the roof, including fascia, guttering and downpipe, C-stud partitions, staircase and electrical installation, and that's approximately 20% complete. Hieron has these 2 case studies to show you. Worked with Julimar Buildings, who were the nominated contractors on this particular project, which is 164 Heath Road in Hounslow. It's close to Heathrow Airport. This was a standard 3-bedroom house and then was converted into a licensed 5-bedroom luxury HMO. Started in September 2016 and was completed January 2017. Gross development value £718,200. So with the build cost of £145,000, land purchase cost of £345,000 and fees of £22,000, the profit is £206,200. And a second case study to show you. This is Unit 1, which is 29 to 31 Frognall Avenue in Harrow, northwest London. It's situated in northwest London. The property is a mixture of offices and warehousing. It's been let on a 10-year lease to an online retailer, which is let to Hieron's own limited company. He uses it as an online company. He retails things on Amazon and eBay and that kind of thing. That's his full-time job. His part-time job, like many of us, is actually investing in property and developing them. That's what he's doing. And he's brought Piotr in to obviously oversee this project on his behalf. But this particular warehouse that we're showing you here, purchased back in October 2011 at an auction for £195,000. The market value now is £395,000. So with the fees of £8,000, the profit is £192,000. So CrowdProperty believes in responsible lending and borrowing. The amount of the loan is based on the project and experience of the developers. The total agreed to lend is £775,000 over 3 separate raises. The initial raise of £400,000 will contribute towards the repayment of the existing debt and the commencement of the conversion works. Day 1 advance will be £250,000, representing a loan to value of 69.4%. The Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors' opinion is the gross development value is £1.22 million. The loan to value at the exit is 69.6% when you include the rolled up interest if it goes the full term, and CrowdProperty will have the first charge to protect lenders in the event of a default. Remember, the loan term is a maximum of 15 months. So your next steps are to make sure that you understand this loan, carry out your own due diligence on the project and also the developers, and then decide how much you would like to loan. CrowdProperty.com is the place to go and pledge on launch. That launch is 10 AM on Thursday the 1st of November. You can preview it before that time, but it does go automatically live at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then when you pledge on launch, you then will be able to put your pledge in. CrowdProperty will conduct the necessary anti-money laundering checks on people wanting to invest in this project, and then you'll be invited to send your funds into your very own online e-wallet when it's been called for, and then you'll start earning interest on completion of the loan agreement. So thank you for watching this short webinar. I hope that you'll be able to help us with funding on this particular project. It's Beamans Building, Eccleston Street in St Helens, WA10 2PG. My name is Andy Haynes. Thank you for watching this webinar, and we look forward to you joining us again on another webinar in the not too distant future.